Makaru, think again. Do I really look like a murderer? Look me straight in the eyes. Straight in the eyes and tell me. Oh, no! No! Alright, let's get back into it. Boy, it's been a hot minute, boy. Alright, we are on trial 5. Sorry it took so long. Playing all these other fan games. I was just super occupied. But now, we back at it. Let's get this thing popping. Alright, what we gotta check out. Let's start with Ray. Mida, is it fine for a minute? No, even if it's said okay, listen up. Huh? Well, it's fine, but why? Have you tried to talk with Makako Kurokawa? No, not yet. She looks shocked about this. I'll be completely honest. I can't think of anyone other than Kurokawa as the culprit. In this case, if we consider from the perspective of the elimination method. What? Wait a minute. Wasn't Makaru the one who said it to investigate since we don't know this yet? As I said, this is only an elimination method. Of course we have to investigate. But look at this. The victim, Kuzuragi, ran out to find Makako Kurokawa while we were all together. And after that, we were together until that guy was found dead. It wasn't like this until we arrived at the 5th floor hallway that something had already happened. Until it happened. Teruya went to see Kinjo, and Taira went to check on the laboratory. Alright, and to also give you a little bit more, we got Kizuragi dead over there. We're presuming that Kurokawa is mainly the culprit. I feel like she's the only one. It seems too obvious to me because she has a literal clean-ass knife, but I digress, And our boy Kinjo is still in the hospital. Prayers for my man Kinjo. I asked them so it would be impossible to break up with us and then commit the murder. And even before I asked them, the hallway on the 5th floor was already covered in blood. Kinjo. Teruya said that he was safe. It's more like he's been fighting on his own mind than being safe, but I can't see him being involved in this crime. You're right. After all, what Teruya said a while ago was wrong, but nothing is amiss. The only one capable to commit this is Makako Kurokawa. If you think this far, there are two possibilities. One is that the real culprit is Kurokawa. The second one, other than Makako overturned all her doubts towards her, and they are laughing behind the whole scheme. Then all of this was planned? Actually, everything seems a little vague. Neither of these have definitive conclusions. The incident itself, it's very unusual and abnormal. We still need to do more investigation. For real? However, there's one thing with certainty. Makako Kurokawa is the only one who doesn't have an alibi. That's true, she doesn't have an alibi. Then does this mean that it is meaningless to consider this case based on an alibi? Correct. If any one other than Kurokawa is the culprit, that means they'll been walking alongside us all along and committed a murder. Anyway, let's investigate further. Makaru, thank you for the information. I didn't really tell you anything worth deserving your thanks, did I? Now the real problem is bigger than you can imagine. Hold your mind steady and investigate. Yes, ma'am. Everyone's alibi. I had to shoot 2 bullets. Yep. This is gonna be so much bigger because I just feel like right now Kurokawa is it's way too obvious. Alright, let's see what's going on with you, Akane. Hey, Madoku, I have something to tell you. Huh, Akane, did you find something? No, rather than find it, I'll tell Ray-chan about it later. Do you remember? When Ray-chan asked you to go check the lab, there were pieces of flesh. Pieces of flesh? What are you talking about? I don't know. It was a few, or the size of a mass of flesh that were formed in a huge clump. It was so grotesque and bizarre that I almost fainted on the spot. I was trembling and tried to calm down to let you guys all know, but Maida and Ray-chan were already gone. Wait a moment. Body flesh? Isn't this related to Kizuragi's death? Yes, I've noticed too. The only wounded among was Kizuragi-kun who died. But doesn't that mean Kizuragi-kun died in that without whatever? We can get the point. I don't know for certain at this point, but at least I'm pretty sure the culprit did something to them in the lab. Akane, thank you. Thanks to you, I got an important clue. It's okay. After all, it's thanks to Ray-chan that told me to go to the lab. Well then, I'll tell the other guys about it too. Still, there were many restrictions in the records, so I was just wondering about the places Kizuragi died. If Akane's words are true, then there's a possibility that Kizuragi was also murdered elsewhere and brought to the records. Since Akane informed me, I'll go check the laboratory directly a little later. Alright, cool. Cool. Let's do this little thing here. A bloody cart in the left corner. This cart, isn't this something from the lab? It certainly was something we saw in the lab. The fact that this cart is so bloody. Was it used to carry a dead body? It's large enough to carry one person, and although it is a bit difficult, it seems that you can climb places such as stairs by lifting the handle. Actually, I was concerned about it a while, but there was blood in the hallway of the 5th floor. We found that if they had entered the record room through the ballroom, could they have not shed a drop of blood while carrying the body there? I've always thought that was weird, but it's not possible if you use this cart. No, I don't know exactly where Kizuragi died yet. If it was hidden after entering the records, then blood might not matter at all. If we look at it that way, the fact that this cart is in the record room itself means that it has climbed the railing of the ballroom? Does that make sense? More and more confusion grows in my mind. Either way, the presence of the cart and blood, it means that it was involved in the case some way. Let's keep it noted. Bloody cart. I took 2 bullets. Bro, this seems so diabolical. I don't know what to expect with this. Alright, let's check out Saki Kurokawa real quick. Kurokawa? When Kurokawa and I found the body, Kurokawa was standing in front of Kizuragi holding a knife with her whole body, covered in blood, as if the murder scene just had been discovered. Since Kurokawa hasn't said a word, wonder what's happened. What is the truth? Did Kurokawa commit murder? Yuki. Huh? What is it? The thing you wanted to say? I know it. What? Because I know. Don't ask me anything now. As she said that, Kurokawa handed me a small notebook. What is this? Yamato. Kizuragi had a notebook. Huh? Looking through the note Kurokawa handed over, I found a page with a number written on it among the countless blanks of pages. Oh, it has to be the code. 0430. Kurokawa, this is... Don't ask me anything. But Kurokawa, even when we found the body earlier... Please. Not now, don't ask me. I know nothing. She's at the face of life-threatening class trial, and she was probably at the center of this case, and yet she tried to push it back somehow. I couldn't take my heart away from Kurokawa's expression like that. Still, this number that Kurokawa gave me, no matter how much I think about it, if it's related to something in this incident, then this is the password to the records. Kurokawa seems to have left a great clue. I'll check this password a little more later. For now, let's contribute to the investigation. Kurokawa's notebook. Okay, so his notebook basically gave the passcode. That has to be the passcode. And plus, Yuki, you know damn well she ain't talking to you. Did you see how you was pressing her in the last... Bro, before this even happened, bro, you was pressing her like something devious, bruh. This kitchen knife is clean. Yeah, way too clean for its own good. This is the knife Kurokawa was holding. The body was found. Did Kurokawa really? With this knife to Kizuragi? Why Kurokawa? Before this question, I first felt something odd with this knife. The medical file I read it a while ago. Clearly it said it was no other trauma other than the chest hole, right? It was clearly written that way. Besides, just looking at Kizuragi's corpse right in front of me, there were no traces of the use of the knife, and not just the corpse. When I look again, the knife itself was clean without a drop of blood. Exactly. That is just the stupidest, the most wasteful item just for it to be there. I don't understand why Kurokawa had that on her hand in the first place, but I digress. Then is this... The knife is simply for a distraction? No, but then why was Kurokawa holding the kitchen knife in the first place? Thank you. Thank you. I shouldn't do this. When I start to think like this, I'll continue to doubt only Kurokawa. Let's not get caught up in our prejudice until we go to the trial. Didn't we already express this 4 times before the previous trial? Kurokawa wouldn't have been holding this knife for no reason. Let's make a note of it. Yeah, well, we can make a note of it, because I'm still curious on why the hell she had that. Okay, now let's check this. Is there anything else? There's a door, but let's check this body. Kizuragi's dead body. Kizuragi's eyes were open and empty. He looked like a high school student, no different than us. The handsome face with distinctive features was so straight that my brain didn't think it was so strange. Well, I can't figure it out just by using the Monokuma file. I'll have to check this out. Kizuragi's body was more severely damaged than the deaths of my friends I've ever seen. So cruel that I got goosebumps just looking at him. Ugh, like a brutal splatter movie scene. Goodness gracious. But I can't turn my eyes away. I have to make up my mind and investigate anything we can check. As written in the Monokuma file, the flesh on his chest is completely torn apart. It's so terrifying that I don't know how to describe it. Is that it feels like to be exposed to dynamite or a grenade at a very close range? Jesus, of course, if that happens, not only the chest but the whole body would fly away. In this case, Kizuragi, the degree of wound in his chest was too large but the rest of his body was fine. The Monokuma file also said that there was no trauma other than the chest. The problem is, I can't even imagine what method to use in order to create a wound like this. For now, since the ballroom is still open, I can't think of it as one of the many weapons in the arsenal. Would it be impossible to detonate only the chest with such a precision with a bomb? Not to mention the time for the crime is way too short for such meticulous work. Anyway, what is certain is that Kizuragi died from this wound, and no more wounds found. Let's talk with everyone at the class trial about it. As of now, there seems to be no way to speculate on this abnormality. Chest hole, added to the truth bullets. Boom. Alright, so boom, 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 I got all that. So now let's check this dang door. The entrance to the records. Without entering the ballroom, if you enter normally, this would have been a normal passage leading to the 5th floor hallway. Also, it doesn't even open from the inside. The door to records is locked within the password, so it seems impossible to open it from the inside or outside if you don't know the password to it. Moreover, I hate that. I didn't mean to do that. In other words, as long as we are here, even if we enter the password, it won't open. The car. I don't know about the others, but you and I know, right? Only one can enter, and if 2 or more try to enter at the same time, the bulkhead will come down to block this. That's right, yeah. I didn't even told them that when we reported on the investigation. Perhaps the place we're standing right now is where the bulkhead is lowered. What? Then we should get out of here. What if the wall suddenly comes down and we get hurt? Don't make a fuss over it. Monokuma did the same, right? After all, the second bulkhead will be lowered after entering the password. It's safe now. What's more important now is the structure of this record room. Only you can enter alone, because this fact itself can have profound effect on the case. Is that so? Should we care much about the door of the entrance to this room? I mean, we don't know the password, and we can only access it through the ballroom. If it wasn't for the most likely suspect victim, I wouldn't care. What? No big deal. Anyway, it's good to remember the rules of entering the records. Only one person can enter the records. 2, it won't open. 1. Only one person can enter the records. 2. It won't open if someone's already inside. 3. If 2 or more people enter at the same time, the bulkhead will come down. Remember this. You have to explain it to the others too. That means you're asking me to explain it? Makaru, can't you do it? Remember. You literally... Okay. We have access to the barroom, so I thought the records was good with just that. If we listen to Makaru, it seems the records will be an important place more than I thought. Let's keep it to memory. Entrance to the record room. Wonderful. Is there anything else? I saw body, the knife, boom, boom, boom. Wait, is there... What else is there? Oh, Teria. The second floor of the ballroom was connected to the record room. As for the clothes outside, how did the culprit know about this? Well, Makaru noticed it right away, so it might not be so strange. Maybe because Makaru's the killer? Oh, hey, Teria, chill out now, chillax. I'm just joking. I'm a grown-up now. I wouldn't do anything rash, it's true. Okay, cool. A cloth was attached to the railing so that we could go upstairs. With this cloth, we were able to enter the archives. This cloth has been set already when Makaru and I, who first checked the records, entered through the ballroom. Then, as expected, the culprit must have installed it. I felt that when I first climbed, but it was tied really well. Not only that, the texture of this cloth, I think I've touched it a lot somewhere. Anyway, without this cloth, you can't go in or out of the record, so let's be careful not to break it. The person who installed this cloth is most likely the culprit. With this alone, this cloth itself could be proved. Let's keep it noted. Ballroom right cloth added. I think I've examined everything in regards to the record room. I've searched as much as I could, but I found very little, damn it. Yeah, this is like a weird case. It feels like there's so little information that I don't know how this man Kisaragi could have been killed. Literally. The knife just seems way too obvious for Kurokawa to be the one that's done it. To begin with, the case itself is somewhat strange. I felt a sense of contradiction within itself. I didn't feel the previous 4 cases to be normal, but I felt something foreign compared to the previous ones. I can't help but to complain. Kuma hasn't made their broadcast yet. There's still time remaining. And there was also something I heard from Akane. There's some flesh pieces in the lab. Let's check that with our own eyes. It's really, like Akane said, bloodiness. It feels wrong. Oh, what kind of chunk? This is the flesh Akane mentioned? As Akane mentioned, a chunk of flesh on the size of a human fist was rolling around in the... Oh my god, that's so disgusting. It was so messed up that I couldn't even tell which part it was. But it looked like a piece of meat before being trimmed at the butcher shop. Ugh, it's terrible. I stopped thinking right now and just wanted to get out of here, but this chunk of flesh has something to do with it too. I'll have to investigate as far as I can. The flesh was crushed everywhere, and it was shaken violently as if it had been squeezed with force. There's something like dust on it, and I was wondering what purpose was it for. Come to think of it, the bloodstains in the hallway on the 5th floor were seen from the laboratory to the other records. Even this chunk of flesh now has bloodstains on the outside of the laboratory. Then the bloodstains in the hallway might not have flown from the corpse itself, but from this piece of flesh that had fallen off. Why did a culprit do such a terrible thing? To disguise as if a corpse was moved? But it's too sloppy to do that. In the beginning, the archive where the body was found was too clean for the murder to take place. As I guess while talking with Akane, Kizuragi may have actually been killed with this Kizuragi may actually have been killed in this laboratory. That thought only grew more. Eh? There's something near the mass of flesh. What is that? What? Looks like similar to a smoke grenade used in Haru's incident. A bomb? It can't be. The thing that kills Kizuragi was... Sorry, but that's not it. Mikaro, you were in the lab too? In what time? I just came and got a report from Tyra about the lab. Isn't that why you're here too? That's true. But what's not it, Mikaro, do you know what bomb this is? Bomb, or rather gas bomb, that's it. Actually, I should say it's anesthetic gas that temporarily caused paralysis. Anesthetic gas? A kind of nerve gas. It's not harmful to the body. It's a bomb in form of gas grenade. So it looks like it was made for military purposes, but the gas itself is almost used for medical purposes. I see. How did you know this? I'm not stupid. It's all written there, isn't it? Even if it's written, it's all in English. Well, I think I'll only get more insults if I say any more than this. Anyway, this anesthetic gas, it was used by the culprit, right? That's right. There are plenty of grenades like this in our arsenal. After disabling Kizuragi with this, did they manipulate the case to fit the trick? But I still can't figure it out. Well, that aside, it's time to go to a trial. Did you find anything? Well, vaguely. Look at the state of the flesh. I guess that the bloodstains in the hallway did not spread from the corpse itself, but from this piece of flesh. And you don't know why they made such a hassle, don't you? Right. Something is seriously wrong here. It's not surprising, because I'm the same. Mikaro, what were you looking at inside? I'm just checking to see if there's something that belongs to Yamato Kizuragi. Checking? Why? Think about it. The bodies of those who had died so far are kept in the laboratory, right? Isn't there a possibility it's a piece of flesh cut from there? Oh, smart thinking. I didn't even think of that. Wait, Mikaro, did you check the corpse one by one? Huh. Fortunately, there was no trace of anyone touching it. Oh, okay. So it's like that piece of flesh belongs to Kizuragi Yamato. Not that. What about our dead friends? What? Do you want to sue me for checking a corpse? And look, she had to... I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of the same thing I would have had to do, bro. Like, you gotta check all aspects of this. If we don't find out more about the truth, we ourselves will turn into corpses, won't we? Save it. I don't have the luxury to talk to you. because we're arguing for nothing. I'm not in the mood to get angry. Makaru's condition from a while ago. As of now, you don't know either, right, Makaru? About this case? Bro, this is nuts. This right here is nuts, bro. It's nuts. No. I think I got a decisive factor. Seriously? Do you know who the killer is? Well, I should say is I don't understand. I feel like I just found the answer without knowing the solution. What are you talking about? Look closely at the necks of the flesh. There's some letters and are displayed here. Letters? What is this? Blood written? A dying message? Besides this says Makako? Makako Kakara. Maybe this isn't it. Isn't it possible? Anyone who's seen it is pointing at that woman. Such a decisive clue. Then the culprit's Kakara? Well, if you think about it, normally that's it. However, something is wrong. All the clues saying Makako Kakara is the culprit, it fits perfectly. There's an unresolved problem to say that the woman is the culprit. Not even this dying message to a name that's neither a password nor a hint. You don't even process it. Common sense dictates if you're the culprit, there's Yuki Maida written on the scene. Would you leave it alone? I would erase it. It's weird. It's so weird. Even if it is the correct answer, there's not one or two oddities. Damn it, a woman like me would to fall for this. And trial time. It is trial time. Alright, I think the investigation will be over soon, so let's get this started, shall we? This all is pointing at her, and I just can't see it be her. That's my issue right now. These damn Danganronpa games, bro, just got me in a feel of everything points to someone, and it can't be them. It's just way too obvious. The fifth one. Let's start the 5th class trial. All gather at the courtroom on the 1st floor. Boo-hoo-hoo! Unbelievable. It's finally starting. Let's go. The trial will be conducted and the decision will be made. There's no choice. I'll do my utmost effort to help out as long as I cooperate with you guys. That'll be reassuring enough, right? Yeah, so far I passed the class trial 4 times. Let's trust everyone. It'll definitely work out somehow to find out who the culprit is. Oh, Teruya! you were here. Teruya, what's wrong? Wait a minute, I have something to show you. What do you mean? We have to go to the courtroom. It's only just a minute. You have to go down to the 1st floor anyway. Just go to the dormitory for a moment. The dormitory? What's going on? I decided to go down to the dormitory following Teruya, who looked desperately different from usual. Okay, what you got to show us, Teruya? What are you about to show us? Where Teruya took us was... Hey, this is Kurakawa's private room, isn't it? Teruya, why in the world are you... Before the why, how come first? You can't enter someone else's private room without a key. How did you get into Kurakawa's private room? No, I was trying to stop by my room for the last time because I was afraid that might go to trial in advance. That's when I saw Kurakawa's private room was wide open. The door was open? I excused myself into Kurakawa's room. I came in for a while to find out what was going on. I found something surprising. Come this way. This bed. The sheets is missing. No bed sheets. Only hers. Why only Kurakawa's? Bro, they are making this shit so obvious, bro. The sheets that was in the dang ballroom that was tied up to climb up, it was taken from Kurakawa's room. The cloth hanging from the railing of the ballroom, so that was it. It was this bed sheet. What? Yeah, I noticed that too. Kurakawa's bed sheets were turned and tied up together. Wait, but then why Kurakawa's sheet was used? What else could it be? Is it because she's the culprit? And this is not far-fetched. As it has been before, is this not solid evidence then what the heck this is? Evidence to be solely open like this. This is no longer reasoning or being ignorant. This is really... Makaru? Hey, what are you doing? Didn't the announcer told you to gather at the courtroom? Miss Tyra and Miss Kurakawa already waited for you. We've been away for too long. Seriously, I've seen you do this once or twice before, so don't you think you can be late now? Originally, it's just a call-in for a quick execution. Makaru, Teruya, let's go to the courtroom. We can't avoid a class, y'all. Okay. Bro, I would be like, Monokuma, we found another clue that makes something a little bit more spicy. Can you hold out a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Just like, give us some extra time. You know how he likes his mindset's like, ooh, it can make the trial more fun. You know how much he gets. He be smiling. Now we finally got everyone together. A little late, but let's get started right away. And as way, please take the elevator. And for reference, Kinjo-kun is alive, but he's unconscious, so I gave him a special break for this trial. The number of people will be small, but let's work hard. This is so defeating, bro. 5 people, including me. It's necessary to uncover the truth of this case with such a small number of people. Maida, what in the world were you doing to be so late? Otori, Ray-chan too. Sorry, I was taking them somewhere. Really? I was so worried. I thought something had happened because Mikako doesn't say anything. Yeah, she just keep her ass asleep while we're not dead yet anyway, right? Let's go down. Everyone's ready, right? This might be the last class trial. What? Why the last one? Well, because common sense is already 5. Except for Kinjo, I can't see any hopeless people. So when this class trial is over, there will only be 4 people. If the number of people is reduced up to that point, there will be no murders or trials. The fewer the people, the more difficult it is to act. Facts. Doesn't make sense. But that goes for when we pass this trial safely, right? Yes. Of the 5 of us, there's a culprit, even for the others who have died so far. It cannot end here. That's all we need to know. Let's begin. The final climax event. Oh shit. It may be the last class trial. Makaro's last comment, who wasn't sure if it was filled with uncertainty, overlapped within the number of remaining survivors. It dug deep into my chest. I also have to make my own. Overcoming a life-threatening class situation. This school. No. To escape this building. To survive safely and to see my family again. To find out the truth. Laboratory meat. Added. As anesthetic gas. Kizuragi's dying message. Kurokara's room. Wonderful. Alright. She won't say nothing. The culprit's already out there. It'll be okay. We won't die here. I agree. This case, I don't like it. Whether it's a trick, no evidence, or a culprit, I feel that, bro. I won't be scared or withdraw anymore because we can't end here without knowing anything. The culprit who killed Kizuragi must be identified. Let's do this. Everyone, are you ready? Let's go. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness. A silence so heavy that crushes us lingers in the elevator. Not only was the tension that the class trial was about to begin, but it was also due to the insufficient number of people. Kinjo is still alive, but frankly, there's not much hope. No, just being alive is still hopeful thinking. Makaro said that it is highly likely that this will be the last class trial. I really wish it was, but due to the nature of the class trials, 1 out of the 5 people will never be able to go back up this elevator again. Still, we have no other choice but to do it. Maida? Did you say something? Nothing. Just talking to myself. Yeah, we have to do it. Since the very first time Maki was murdered, this has been repeated over and over again. We have no choice. There's none. Boom. Alright, let's do this thing. The elevator stopped with a heavy sound. We stepped into the class trial for a 5th time, carving for hope to survive. Hope has been gone out the window, man. Ooh, okay, nice, cool. Man, this is a trial for Teruya, boy. This looks like a straight Teruya trial type room. Hey, you're finally here. I thought I was going to die from the exhaustion of waiting. Why does the atmosphere in this courtroom seem to be getting more colorful? Oh, Otu, you have eyes to look, I see. This time I designed it with special care. Does it make your eyes glow? Ew. No, the number of people is small, so why not start early? As always, please go to your selected seats. Even though there were only 5 people here, the fewer the numbers, the more interesting the case. Will the Blackens succeed and escape this time? Will hope win again? Let's get started. And so it begins, the 5th class trial, the 5th crossover of death. Damn, this is crazy. The victim in this case, Kizuragi. There's also Kizuragi's foundation that's used to exist, but its existence itself was the number 1 suspect of the candidate to be the mastermind. But I was thinking differently about Kizaragi. His brain was weird. He couldn't communicate well, but no matter how you look at him, he didn't look like a villain. If we had talked a little more, we might have known about him. To think they would ended up like this. Nuts. And after Kizaragi's appearance, Kurakawa's condition became strange to anyone looking at it. Every time they do a damn cutscene showing the person, they just now my black bars for the is gone, but it's fine. In the end, she emerges as the most likely candidate to be the culprit, and everyone became suspicious of her. Whatever the truth is, even if I don't want to know, it will soon be revealed. No, it must be revealed. Our resolve will cross each other, and the trial should begin. A life-threatening discussion, a life-threatening lie, a life-threatening betrayal, a life-threatening explanation, a life-threatening excuse, a life-threatening trust, a life-threatening class trial. Boy, oh boy. You know I gotta do my save real quick. Alright, boom. Take the quick shoot bullets. I'll skim through this real quick. So Monokuma file. Victim 830. That was like right there. Suffered injuries. Completely blown away. Revealed. Entering inside the body. Monokuma file was mentioned. The wound was direct cause of death. However, there's no traumas anywhere. A clean ass knife. Why was she holding that knife? Bloody cart. Seen an incident. The fact that the cart was covered in blood means it may have been carrying a corpse. But if you could enter the record room, could you bring this cart upstairs? Still full of mysteries. Kizaragi's handbook looks like a passcode to me. Everyone's alibis. The card clearly stated that only one who committed the crime is Kurokawa in this case. The time, the victim's last appearance in front of us, except Kurokawa. The others have been with us. Is Kurokawa really the culprit? Entrance to the records. It is true that only one person can enter. If someone's inside, the door won't open. If two people go at the same time, the bulkhead door closes the room. And you cannot enter the ballroom unless you know the passcode. However, there's an emergency exit to the ballroom. There's some chunks of flesh in Kizaragi's, and then there's the extended gas that can put someone to sleep. Kizaragi's diary message says something about it's written in Makako. Kurokawa's room is missing the sheets, open for some reason. Alright, let's get this thing popping. Starting the class trial. Boom, in session. Trial in session. Let's get it. Now then, let's start with a brief explanation of class trial. Point out the black end, you'll get punished. I'll punish everyone else if they're not correctly. Now, you may start with the culprit is Kurokawa. Nothing more to see here. Oh, you started already? Well, it doesn't matter. Please discuss things carefully. Wait a minute, Tsuruya. We've only just started. It's just the beginning and nothing more, right? Before, Makaru was the first to investigate. But now how can you prove it? It's a class trial. The culprit is still Kurokawa. You all know it, don't you? At the time Yuki and Makaru found the body, Kurokawa was bloody at the scene. Besides, everyone except Kurokawa were together. He's spitting facts. Otoriku, calm down a little. As Maida said, we are just starting. Wouldn't it be better to sort things out? No, I'm perfectly calm right now. This is different from before. I mean, it's a conclusion after a thorough analysis, not a call out of a desire to escape from reality. Of course, I also think Makako-chan is suspicious, but look, you won't say nothing, so you gonna get blamed. It's just simple. Calm your bullshit. It looks exactly the same as before, so stop and let's begin the discussion. What you mean? Is it Kurokawa the culprit? Of course, I also see Kurokawa as the main suspect, but currently Tsuruya is being too forward. It's a requirement to at least have a discussion. For now, wouldn't it be better to convince Tsuruya? For now, non-stop debates. Man, bump this tutorial. Let's convince this brother boy. Everyone's alibis. Clean knife, ballroom cloth, Makaku's private room. Otori, calm down. I'm done. I'm not done talking. Let's read everybody out. She was bloodied at the scene. That's correct. I mean, there's even more evidence than this. Alright, whatever it is. Stupid, your life is at stake. Can you take this responsibility? Can you take the responsibility for it? It's because you don't need to see it. Besides, there's more evidence that you can't dismiss. Have you forgotten? Kurokawa was holding a kitchen knife. If you're not the culprit, why are you holding a knife? I agree. I already know that's how bad. Kurokawa, you killed Kizuragi with the knife. Okay, so it's this one. Yep, it's that one. I can't deny that Kurokawa's suspicious. It's all true she was holding a kitchen knife. But is Kurokawa really the culprit? There's an error in Teria's claim. That's what I'm about to point out. Okay, so let me go ahead and swap over to... I keep forgetting about that influence nonsense. Alright, it's clean knife. So, boom. This. Easy. Come on now. Come on now. Clean as a whistle, man. You gotta pay attention to these things, Teria. Look at the scene of the crime and look at the knife before you do this stuff, man. Teria, just because she was holding a kitchen knife doesn't mean they're the culprit. What are you talking about? No matter how you look at it, if she was carrying a weapon, I'm sure you can even cook in there. I'm not sure you can even cook in there. No, you can tell by looking at the body. Kizuragi, the victim of this case. Kizuragi wasn't stabbed to death by this knife. It's also specified in the Monokuma file there were no special wounds other than a hole in his chest. Right, and crucially, there was not a drop of blood on the knife. No signs of stabbing anyone. That's true. Sorry for forcing this. But then what was the kitchen knife for? Unless she was set up in a murder. I won't deny that issue with you. I admit that Kurokawa is suspicious to the end, but that doesn't mean that you can blindly conclude that she is the culprit. I know. I'm sorry. Without knowing, I let my habits run wild again. Teria, it's all good, bro. I can't lie. Everything is looking like it's pointing to her. It just seems way too obvious, bro. I get it. You have passion now. You're trying to survive. You want to survive. I want you to survive. Unless you somehow did this, which would be insane. But, yeah. I didn't grow at all. I don't think I did. It's fine. No, it's because we'll all understand. Are you done now? Let's start with this case. Yep, let's really begin. Wait. Are you okay for 1 minute before that? What else? Well, that thing. That one thing next to Monokuma. What is that? Why is Kizuragi portrait over there? Oh, this? Well, don't mind it. I couldn't help because there wasn't a seat space for him. A seat? Kizuragi was originally a person who never entered the class trial room before, so he had a reserved seat. Hey, don't talk about anything that has nothing to do with the trial. Come on, start the discussion right now. I mean, we started talking about them again and again. We can't help it. I'm not saying that class trials are top priority right now, since the case hasn't been sorted out, right? Let's get started. That's okay. First, the victim in this case is Kizuragi. The incident happened this morning. Everyone was there except Makako. Yeah, and the moment Kizuragi's behavior became a little strange, he ran out the 5th floor looking for Kurokawa. It was as if he had become a different person. What was Kizuragi's true identity? That's fine and all. It doesn't have anything to do with this case. I would like to know, but we can't because he died. So let's not forget about that. In any case, we sensed something strange was happening and hurried to the 5th floor to chase after Kizuragi. Only then, the 5th floor was already bloody. Something already happened. At that time, Makaru gave instructions to me. Akane, didn't she? I was to go check Kinjo and Akane to check out the bloodstains in the lab. Yeah, and besides Kinjo, we were able to get some crucial clues from the lab, including that there was nothing wrong with him. Crucial clues? What was in the lab? That's for later. Let's organize the case first. First, Maida and I tried to enter the blood-stained record room, but we could not open the door. Sure enough, a password was required to enter the record. That's right. You told me when we investigated the 5th floor. However, it seemed certain that something had happened in the records, and while we were thinking about what to do, Sir Makara took me to the ballroom. Surprisingly, the white cloth in the ballroom was connected to the 2nd floor, and the door you see where you hold the cloth goes up was directly connected to the back door of the record room. Wait, when Tyra and I went to enter the records, we were told to go back to the ballroom. I wonder if the ballroom and records were connected somehow. So in the end, the cloth was tied up by the culprit, right? That's right. This means the culprit had to do the same to get into the records. The culprit must not have known the password either. It's only natural, isn't it? It's a facility that was originally in this building. We don't know anything about the facility, including the killer. I thought so too, but Makaru said that the culprit might know the password. Let's talk about it later because it's important, but not now. Anyway, when we entered into the the room, through the ballroom, Yamato Kizuragi was dead. And in front of the dead Kizuragi was none other than that woman. Mikako Kurokawa was standing there covered in blood, silent as usual. For now, this is the overview of the case. Yeah, everyone except for Makako-chan. That's right, I'm sorry, I didn't even want to discuss it earlier and I'm sorry, but no matter how you look at it, no one can commit the crime other than Kurokawa. However, if the criminal falls to deceive us in the class trial, it's in their own way, they'll be put to death. Is it really that easy to commit a crime? Is there some kind of trick we don't know about? Come to think of it, didn't you mention that Ricard was found a crucial clue a while ago? What's wrong with the laboratory? It's an important clue, but it's hard to figure out the whole class trial with that alone. What I found in the lab, yeah, that's what we were discussing now. When I went to check it out after hearing it from Kayakawa, in the lab was the damn piece of flesh, laboratory meat. Easy. Makar, you're talking about the piece of bloody flesh that was in the lab. Flesh? Human flesh? Yeah, I heard from Akane. I went to check it out myself. That flesh was probably from Kizuragi's chest. Moreover, Teruya, you should have entered the laboratory before the announcement went off. No, I didn't see it. I was in a hurry. Is that so? I was so surprised when I first found it. The fact that Kizuragi-kun's flesh was in there means that Kizuragi-kun was killed in the laboratory, right? That's it. I mean, he wasn't murdered in the records. But even if that's the case, isn't that impossible for anyone other than Kurokawa to commit the crime? Well, that's not the case. But the place where he was killed can be a very important clue. If you don't know who the culprit is, it's silly. Hey, Teruya, you seem a bit dissatisfied. You are so full of yourself just because I decided to cooperate with you, aren't you? No, it's not really like that. I'm sorry, I'll stay quiet. It's cool, bro. In the end, no matter what I say, it'll come with that conclusion that it is impossible to commit the crime except for Kurokawa. But I can't conclude without thinking anything else after all like this. The most biggest obstacle in this case is, let's talk about it with everyone. Bro, this case, bro, is like, it's just so, bro, it just points to her all day long. It points to Kurokawa all day long. But, bro, what trick could anyone have done? It's just crazy. Even if we try to organize the case, the results won't be any different. Even if Kizuragi was killed in the lab, only Kurokawa can commit the crime. Even if Kizuragi was killed in the lab? If there's someone who can commit the crime except this woman. But after Kizuragi-kun left the dining hall until his body was found, we were always together. Akane and I went out for a bit, but we came back in a hurry. When we arrived on the 5th floor, something already happened, right? Hold on, we need to discuss this in further detail. Indeed, the biggest obstacle is Kurokawa. As Teruya said, can it be decided that Kurokawa is the culprit? No, we have to do everything we can. Let's think what each of us was doing when the incident occurred. Yeah, we weren't always together. Huh. Even if we tried, even if Kizuragi was killed in the lab, only Kurokawa could commit the crime. But after Kizuragi-kun had left the dining hall, we were always together. I can't agree with that. Hold on, this is a hard one actually. Dang, I should have took a picture of that shit. I think it might be this one. No, that's wrong. I messed up there. Because I thought because it's the bloody cart, he got killed somewhere else. But that's still the lab. No, never mind. Everything can. I fucked up there. Everyone's alibi and us being together just doesn't sound right. I don't know why it doesn't sound right, but it doesn't sound right. I'll try that though, but I don't think it is though. We was together. Okay, my bad. We were all together. I know Kurokawa said that, but what I was thinking way too deep. That's my bad. That's literally my bad. I was thinking way too deep. I thought we weren't always together. As Akane said, no matter what the clues are, it cannot be denied that we were together at the time of the incident. It's true, we were all together. We have to work this out in order to see the truth. Wait a minute, why is the story suddenly going towards the direction of except for Kurokawa, there's a culprit among us? If the alibis are perfect, doesn't common sense say that Kurokawa is the culprit? Why is the Kurokawa gradually moving away from the suspect list? She's in shock, but bro, why? Because frankly, it's too easy if Mikako Kurokawa wins. It's almost like someone is trying to blame Mikako Kurokawa for the charges instead. I agree. I'm almost in agreement. Something is fishy. It's a class trial where your life is lost if you make one single mistake. You need to think more if you're not 100% sure. We're being too blunt. Aren't you just scared? Maida, Makaru, normally you trusted the clues to the culprit and gave the answer. What are you afraid of to be careful this time? It's the alibis and the blood. Besides, there's even evidence about the bedsheet, so anyone can tell the culprit is. Don't be such a stick in the mud. It's full of complications. Do you want to annoy me right now? Are you the killer? You can't do that. Don't joke like that. Hey, Otori, just the bed sheets. What do you mean by that? Oh, right. Akane doesn't know about this. The bed sheets, of course, that was the clue Teruya gave at the end of the investigation. The place where Teruya took us to was Makako's room. Kurokawa's room. Boom. Easy. Just before the investigation time was over, Teruya called Makaru and me in a hurry and took us somewhere. That place Sara took us, it was Kurokawa's private room. Makako-chan's room? Yes, I stopped by my room before the trial was about to start, and I was getting impatient. I noticed Kurokawa's room was wide open, so I looked inside for a moment. Kurokawa's room didn't have any bed sheets. What? You're surprised? Why would you be surprised so suddenly? You haven't said anything and just stood there. What is this all of a sudden? Nothing. No. Well, we know the bed sheets are gone, but what does that mean? Bro, why is she faking so bad right now? Akane, there was a white cloth hanging from the second floor of the ballroom. Didn't you think you seen it somewhere? I think I saw. Oh, maybe the cloth was the bed sheets from our private rooms. Yes, it's probably the bed sheets from Kurokawa's room. Huh? But that's really conclusive evidence, isn't it? Like Makako's reaction a while ago. At this point, even I can't stop thinking of it now. No, I think it's more likely that Makako Kurokawa is not the killer. Huh? Is there a reason? Fools, just think about it. Let's say the woman used the bed sheets and hung it on the ballroom. Then even if she hid that fact, she leaves the door wide open until time runs out. Don't you think that's weird? That may have been because the incident took place at such a short time. They may have forgotten it. Forget it. Because that's the only reason we have. When I briefly looked around the dormitory after chasing Yamato Kizuragi and there were no signs that the door to Makako Kurokawa was open, I didn't look closely, but the door from the dormitory to the school side and Kurokawa's room goes in a straight line, so you can see it without getting close. As you said, you claimed that the door was wide open, right? Actually, when I took you and Maida, it was wide open. Yeah, I saw it. It's like they're trying to show that the door was wide open. Wait a minute, then Kurokawa could have opened the door. If she had come back and opened the door right after we chased Kizuragi, we would have never run into each other. So that's what I'm saying. In short, the door to Makako Kurokawa's room was open. It sounds like it was one of us. Then, you mean that person is the culprit? That's very likely. Using Makako Kurokawa's bedsheets for the crime, they intentionally left the door open as if it was to show us. Isn't it plausible if the goal is to cover up all the charges against Makako Kurokawa? Actually, we kept doubting Kurokawa till the end. She's not saying a damn thing! No, but it's just a pendulum. Even if there's another culprit in our midst, it's impossible to commit a crime other than Kurokawa on an alibi. That's well. Hey, Makako Kurokawa, would you care to join the discussion now? Actually, hearing your testimony is the most important thing. You didn't say a word during the investigation. What you went through at the time of the incident holds the key to this case. Sorry, I do not know. Makako. Damn it, Kurokawa, are you the culprit? A victim? I'm starting to get confused. I wish you couldn't say something like this. But is there even a possibility that she killed him? And in the case of Kubashikawa a while ago, was made into a self-made play? Unfortunately, Yamato Kisaragi was unable to commit series of crimes, so it is unreasonable to start by opening the door to the private room we just talked about a while ago. Like, see, the other thing that I could think of, it sounds so stupid, because I don't even think Monokuma, like, could he just have committed suicide? I don't think that's the thing. I don't think he committed suicide, but I just feel like that's another possibility. Someone's trying to cover up the charges against Kurokawa. I understand everyone has an alibi, so it became impossible to commit a crime. How did they open Makako's room in the first place? Did they even steal a key? Guys, doesn't the alibi get things complicated? Why don't we discuss the means of the crime, assuming that the culprit is a seventh person? Seventh person? I don't think we're going to progress if we ever continued with the alibis like this. Let's assume that there's a person named A who can roam freely other than us. Let's talk about that method of the crime first. I'm in favor too. I'm also ashamed that a talented person such as me is not sure about this at all. Yeah, I think that would be nice too. Come to think of it, I think I heard a similar thing from Makako last time too. Approaching from the other side of the case based on testimony that has already been given without considering the truth or falsehood of a testimony. Did you remember all that? Yeah, we can't give out just because we're stuck in one place. Let's designate a hypothetical person who could commit the crime and discuss the method of crime assuming that the person's patterns. Okay. Okay, I'm listening. No, it's not debate. Okay. If there's a person A who can freely roam, preparing for the crime wouldn't be difficult. Killing Yamato Kisaragi. To put the blame on Makako Kurokawa is no easy feat. They killed Kisaragi first, then spilled the blood in the hallway, right? And somehow they stole Makako-chan's bedsheet. They even prepared a way to get to the records from the dance hall. Makako Kurokawa was really taken advantage of. By some means, they must have kidnapped that woman. Oh. Easy. I didn't even have to read the rest of it. I have to read the rest of it. The aesthetic gas. Makara, by some means? I thought about it. Wouldn't it be possible if they used that? The aesthetic gas, I mean. Aesthetic, what's that? Akane, did you see it when you were in the lab? A strange can, the same thing that was rolling around like last time. I heard it from Makaru and thought, it gotta be an anesthetic gas. It sprays compression anesthetic gas in the form of a grenade. If you're exposed to it, your body will temporarily become numb and your nerves will not function properly. What? Where did it get such a dangerous thing? Possibly the arsenal. Maybe from the arsenal in the ballroom, because the arsenal itself was still open after all, since Kinjo also brought a pistol from there. If you use that anesthetic gas, Kisaragi-kun as well as Makako can be neutralized. That's true. Still, Kisaragi went looking for Kurokawa, so there's a good chance that they were together at that point. After immobilizing the two of them, Kisaragi is the axis, and if you make Kurokawa splash blood and stand in front of the corpse, in theory, it will be like that case. It's not about fainting, it's just paralyzing. But if that's true, wouldn't Kurokawa see the culprit? That's true. That's true. But if you use a tool that can hide your identity, it's not a problem at all. Still, it's a bit strange that Kurokawa doesn't tell us what happened to her, but... Wait a second. I have a problem other than this. Once you use that aesthetic gas, you mean moving two people from the laboratory to the record room, right? Even if there are only one, isn't that difficult to move two people all by yourself? I agree as well, because in that short time before we came up, the anesthetic gas was used in the laboratory. That means that two people who were in the laboratory were brought out to the record room, just as was mentioned. It's difficult to move one person, but it would be a challenge to move two people in a short time. But it wouldn't be impossible. There must be a shortcut to move two people at once. The bloody cart. The proof is the damn bloody cart. Boom. Come on, bruh. I'm on a damn roll besides that stupid mistake I made because I was thinking too hard on it. No, there's an easy way to transport two people by your own. You just need to use a cart. Easy. A cart? Haven't you seen it when we searched the records? There was a cart that was supposed to be in the to transport something, and that was also bloody. Ah, I remember. Wasn't that originally at the entrance of the lab? That's right. Surprisingly, this place where the aesthetic gas was supposed to be developed was also in the laboratory. I can't think of only one possibility that the cart in the lab got bloodstained after being used to the records. In order to move Kizuragi and Kurokawa. That's right. If you use the cart to transport it, you can easily move two people without any effort. By raising Kurokawa, including Kizuragi's corpse, they were able to overturn the charges against Kurokawa. Boy, she scared the hell out of me. She's really trying to rebuttal me? Wait, you've been talking like a cool guy for a while now. What? Come on, you gotta let me, bro. Let me have some action, bro. But can't you think that much? Let's smile, Makaru. Isn't there something wrong with me? It's as if you said the case was so easy I wouldn't say anything. However, there's a fallacy in your claim. Please don't confuse me with incorrect information. Just stay still. Now on counter arguments, would you like to listen to the tutorial? I'm about to snatch the teacher's words. Truth bullet /Z, truth bullet shift. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Just had to get my memory back in check. Okay. An object in the laboratory. Oh my god, I gotta start shooting these things fast. The records won't know unless you know a password. Okay, I know what it is. I know what it is. His dying message. Bro, I'm getting cooked. As long as the evidence of the cart, it should be clear that it was used to transport. Makaru's argument is not wrong either, because the truth is, it's certain that it's unrealistic to climb on the bed sheets wrote with a cart carrying two people, but the cart was still found in the record room. And so maybe it's that. That evidence I got from someone. Yep, it's a dying message. I fucked up. They have to know the password. What? Oh my god. Okay, that guy didn't go that far back. I'm so sad that I just messed that up, bro. You have to literally cut everything because you get hit hard as hell. Okay, let's try this again because, like, I gotta shoot every word, bro. Because literally that was, like, absolutely insane. That was absolutely insane. Alright, time to slash his teacher's words. I gotta slash like fucking crazy, though. Oh, I'm stupid. It's Kizuragi's handbook, but I used dying message. Yeah. I know exactly which one it is, because I just messed up so bad. I used dying message, but it's actually handbook. I need to reset anyway. Because you gotta shoot this fast as hell. There's no way to read. That's the one. Yep. Bro, just forget all that, bro. How did I pick Kisaragi's dying message? I don't understand. And lose the whole thing, because I was getting cooked. That thing, you get hit hard as hell. Wait, Makaru. What if it wasn't actually like that? What? Take a look at this. Did you know what this is? 0430. What is the numbers? Moreover, this is bloody, right? You don't mean... That's right. It's a password to the records. What? Maida, did you know the password? No, I'm still not sure. I haven't been able to check if it's a real password for the records, but I think that the chances are high. Where did you find it? When I was investigating, Kurokawa gave it to me. Right, Kurokawa? Please give me an answer. Did Makako-chan know the password? Well, I don't know about that, because Kurokawa also found it in the Kizuragi's body. Then, there's a possibility that the culprit also got the password from Kizuragi. That's right. If you could go in and out of the record rooms and the front door, wouldn't it be easy to transport two people by cart from the lab records? That's incredible, Maida. It seems that the method of the crime has been finally grasped, so now if we only could identify the criminal. Is that really true? Huh? What you mean, Makaru? I kept thinking it was suspicious, but I'm getting more and more suspicious now. What are you talking about? Well, it is true that the culprit is talking about someone. Yuki Maida, that's you. Huh? Y- I'm getting blamed? I'm getting blamed. Makako gave me the damn password. Hold on, you're not about to do this to me. You're not about to do this to me. No shot, you're not about to do this to me. Hell nah. What? What? Kizaragi gave me the damn password. What are you talking about? Man, nah, we getting straight to it. Bump that. I was gonna check all the. I don't even care about all the other true bullets right now. What do you mean you trying to look at me now as the culprit? Me? The culprit? Huh? Why is it like that all of a sudden? To be honest, I've been suspicious of this guy since the incident. However, since the alibis were so difficult from the case itself, I could not make sure with certainty. But Maida revealed that password you went and dug your own grave. How could I have dug my own grave when I literally said Makako gave me the damn thing? Why did you doubt me? I didn't do anything. If you don't know, I'll tell you. The most difficult issue that bothers us the most in our alibis was the whereabouts of Makako Kurokara, right? The Makako Kurokara went to investigate the 5th floor before Yamato Kizaragi left the dining hall. But the one who said that was Maida. The rest of us, except for Maida, had no way of knowing what Makako Kurokara was doing. Now you get it? Huh? That, you mean Maida lied? Bitch, what? What are you talking about? There's no evidence. If you're the killer, you can manipulate Makako Kurokara's whereabouts to your liking. For example, he may have lured Kizaragi to the 5th floor by falsely claiming that she went to the 5th floor. But instead, Makako Kurokara might have been caught in another place. Why would I do that? There is no benefit. Then what's the notebook with the password on it? You got it from Makako Kurokara, right? Don't you think that's too convenient? If it was handed over to you during the investigation, why didn't you say anything? I mean, Ray not lying about that. I could have said something. But, however, that's not what we're talking about here. If it was me, like you said, Makaru, why would my dumbass release the password? Be fucking for real. Be for real. Why would I release the password? If I knew it and took it from his body, I could have kept that shit and we all dying. All of y'all dying. I'm sweeping y'all. Clean sweep. I don't know. I told you the truth. If you're suspicious, you can ask Kurokara. Makako, is that you? Stop being shocked. Are you avoiding our eyes? She's always. Kurokara? Either way, there's something else that you're suspicious about. When we all followed Kizaragi to the 5th floor, you were the last one to arrive. In other words, even if we were been together the whole this time, when you finally arrived on the 5th floor, your alibi disappeared for a very short amount of time. Yes, to give proper explanation, it would have been possible to go into Kurokara's private dorm room from the dormitory in the meantime. Install the rope in the ballroom, leave the door open, and so on. The whereabouts of the key will need to be discussed in more detail, of course. Are you fucking kidding me? Hold on. Man, I'm sorry. I skipped on accident. I'm so pissed right now. How it's strange. Whatever. After the incident, right? It's not weird at all. If you knew the password, you wouldn't have to go into the record room through the hallway. So, in conclusion, the bed sheets in the ballroom was camouflage. You thought that receiving the password from Makako Kurokara was straightening Makako's suspicion. It's rather counterproductive to show it here, don't you think? Bro. Now, why do you think I'm the culprit? I mean, I don't know the password. I really got it from her. And as Makaru said, even if you go to the barroom or leave the door open while you have an alibi for a short time, the crime itself is impossible because the incident had already happened when we already arrived on the 5th floor. Makaru, Maida is right. No matter how much you prepare to commit the crime, the person who killed in the end become the Blackened. Hatano used that point to become the Blackened instead of Tyra, thank you, Taruya! The person who killed last after prepping everything become the blackened? I see, Taruya, you did a good job. This could also be a reason Maida is a suspect in reverse. What do you mean? Simply put it, they may be accomplices. Maida, who did the final blow to Kizuragi directly, and Makaku as the accomplice, prepared for the crime. If you do this, the contradiction in this case can also be explained. What the fuck is going on? This is why she is turning all this shit against me and Kurokawa now. Now I put myself in the mix. Kurokawa was an accomplice? That can't be. Neither Kurokawa nor me have any reason to kill. And even though Kurokawa can act as accomplice, it's impossible for me to deliver the final blow to Kizuragi. That's right, because we don't even know how the weapon yet. Really? There's no law saying that you have to be there in order to deliver the final strike. It was the same act with the science lab when Uehara killed Inori, isn't it? I mean, true. Ah, remote killed, that was it. Yamato Kizuragi's corpse had no ordinary wound. The huge hole was enough to pierce the entire body. Most likely the weapon was a bomb. And bombs are relatively optional for remote killing. There isn't a single reason for the perpetrator to face the victim. Bro. Then where's the remote control? No way, Midas the bro, I am in disbelief right now. But there's no contradiction in Makaru's words. I'm the culprit. How did this happen? Because of showing the password? And why is Kurokawa keeping quiet? It'll be difficult if this goes on. I'm not the culprit. If they vote for me like this, everyone will die because of an incorrect answer. I have to prove innocence at whatever cost for everyone. Bro, I'm losing brain cells right now. Because how did me releasing the damn passcode cause me to get cooked like this? I don't understand. Bro. If Makoto Kurokawa is an accomplice, then the case can be explained. I don't agree with that shit. Like, the culprit is Makoto Kurokawa, but it was Yuki Maida who installed the bomb. What the fuck? If she performed all kinds of tricks, and only the final blow is done by Maida, Yuki Maida's culprit theory is a certain possibility. Transporting them with the aesthetic gas on the cart, using method earlier, then the murder itself was done by Yuki? But why Maida? The motive is unknown, but it is most likely explained. If Yuki and Kurokawa are in cahoots, then they know the password to the record rooms, right? Then Yuki decorated a dance hall as if it just entered the record rooms. Meanwhile, Kurokawa goes in and out of the record rooms and did all the back work. As for us, he made it look like Makoto Kurokawa was the culprit. He deliberately escaped the charges. And a well-crafted trick, but it had long trial. It can't be. I gotta shoot Taruya's bullet because I can't. I'm Kurokawa Kuro's accomplice is ridiculous. Where's the benefit of being an accomplice in the first place? For that, I have to convince everyone somehow. There's just something. Still fact that I know and the others don't. About this case, that might be a clue to the ejection. Okay. So, it's the record room doors, I think. Yeah, record room doors, I didn't read it out, but I'm pretty damn sure the record room door was the one where you can't have more than 2 people in there. So I just gotta contradict Taruya. Easy. Come on, bro. Come on. You can't have 2 people in the same room or the shit closes. What? Wait, that's impossible. It makes no sense to commit the crime into record rooms. Into records. What do you mean? If you knew the password, why wouldn't you go in? No, there's one thing you guys don't know about the records. The records do not open by simply knowing the password. How then? I learned this in the 5th floor was I learned this when the 5th floor was open after Sasuke's execution, but there was a few rules regarding the access to the records. First, only one person can enter the record. Second, it won't open if someone's already inside. And third, if 2 or more people enter at the same time, a bulkhead wall comes down. Unless you follow those rules, the door will not open if you enter the password correctly. What the heck are those? I didn't know those rules. Maida, are you lying again? To try to get away from the suspect list? Bro, no, this is a fact that I've heard with Makaru when we were first investigating the 5th floor. Makaru, I don't think you've forgotten, have you? Come on now, Makaru. You're smarter than this. what Maida said is true. I haven't seen it with my own eyes, but it's probably true since Monokuma informed us. As long as those rules exist, it's impossible for a Kurokara to act as an accomplice. No, not just Kurokara, it's impossible for anyone. As long as Kizuragi's in the record room, entering or leaving the record room is impossible. Yeah, that does make sense. Maida is not the culprit. Thank you! Wait, just because you can't enter through the front door of the records doesn't mean the possibility of a crime disappearing, right? You could have entered through the ballroom. If you can't get in when someone is inside, don't you have to do if you can't get in when someone is inside, don't you have to do the groundwork first and then put only Kizuragi in there? That's no. If it becomes that much trouble, the chances are rather low. They'll be caught up on the 5th floor before they even finish the job. Correct. Thank you. Is that so? It didn't take long for us to get to the 5th floor. So you're saying that all the reason we've been doing was just a guess? Thank you. I'm like, bro, Makaru, what the fuck are you doing? Well, me becoming a culprit and Kurokara the accomplice, I was shocked because I was so sudden. There's no benefit from an accomplice, and there was no reason for me to kill. What are you talking about, Maida? The charges against you have not been resolved yet. I'm about to strike. Whoa! What? I've obviously heard about the records with you, but I think you forgot one important detail. Do you not remember, when we were given the explanation, Monokuma made it clear it checks the heart rate of the person inside in order to limit the entry. Damn it, she's right. Oh, fuck, man. Man. Kurokara, fucking speak up already. Really, so, what do you mean? The door does not open when someone is inside. However, the condition doesn't apply if the person inside is a corpse. Okay, I could see that. It's not about distinguishing whether what's inside is human, but a human whose heart is beating. Then that means that Kizuragi was already in the record room. It sounds like you can go in and out by yourself if you know the password. Then, am I right, Monokuma? Yeah, that's right. Theoretically, more than 2 people can fit into the archives if the person inside is already dead, or someone who can have their heart rate stop on purpose. Well then, do you have any objection to have anything to object, Yuki Maida? Fuck. I was skeptical at first, but if the evidence supports it, it up to this point, the only culprit is Yuki. Is that a lie, Maida? Maida, you committed a murder? Wait a minute, wait! No, I'm really innocent. Makaru, think again. Do I really look like a murderer? Look me straight in the eyes. Straight in the eyes and tell me. Maida, to be honest, I still have a lot of questions and I'm not convinced. But there is no answer other than this reasoning. As long as my life is at stake, I can't get involved in trivial emotions. At first, I knew Kurokara had to be the culprit. Yet the actions of leaving evidence on your own hands doesn't explain that kind of behavior. Bro, I should have just never said nothing. Bro, I literally say the password and now my life looks like it's about to be cooked. It can't be. No, this isn't. Wait. Kurokara, don't stay still and fucking say something. You two are being called an accomplice. You are the only one who can prove my innocence. Yes, say something. Don't you guys think it's weird too? Originally, she spoke a few words, but in this class trial, Kurokara has been strangely speechless. It's strange that she doesn't say a word, even when she's being accused of being an accomplice. Well, I do admit that. Kurokara, I'm begging you for the love of God, please. If this ends in my death, it will mess everything. I'm not the culprit, and you're not an accomplice either. So please tell them something. Why did she get dark-eyed? Kara? Stop it, Maida. I believe it's over now. Fuck this. I actually can't. I can't with this woman, bro. Do you just win? Do you just win by just not saying nothing? Bro, you can just win. You can deadass just win by just not saying nothing. I can't believe this shit. She hasn't said a damn word. Barely 2 sentences this entire trial. And look at me. I'm getting reverse slammed. And she lying like shit. Man, bro, man, fuck her, bro. I'm not, man, this is some bullshit. Stop it. I believe it's over now. Huh? What are you talking about, Macaco? I'm sorry for keeping quiet, but I can't deceive you anymore. I'll tell you all the truth. What? You have a different tone now. It's as you guys guess. I am the accomplice who caused the murder by helping Yugi Maida. I want to dead ass RKO her. I want to choke slam her. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. This is insane, bro. Huh? What? Kurokawa, what the fuck are you talking about right now? Yuki, you instructed me not to say anything, but it seems there's no more escape now. Wait a moment, he told you not to talk, and you're not using your slow tone as usual. What kind of changes it? But Kara, please see within her lies. I don't know what to say because it's unfair to me, but I'm one of the victims. Yuki did something to me. I felt threatened. I had no choice but to do as Yuki told me. What? What are you? Nonsense. Maida. Threatened? By Maida? Hold on. So that means you were intimidated by Yuki. So you had no choice but to help in the crime, and you were accused of committing a crime against yourself, and you were used as much as he could. But after our reasoning, when Yuki Maida was put into a corner, did you mean that you were deciding to betray Yuki, who seemed no longer likely to win and tell the truth? Yes. If Yuki loses the trial, I will live, and Yuki will be executed. If that's the case, it's okay even if you catch the Blacken. If so, why didn't you reveal it in the first place? That's what I'm fucking saying. Makaru, you gotta see through this bullshit. I was scared. Yuki's terrifying fear was imprinted in me. She's so fake! I couldn't open my mouth. And at the time of the incident, according to Yuki's plan, I was accused of being the culprit. I thought you wouldn't believe me if I insisted like that. Well, that's for certain. In this situation, if you claim that someone else is the culprit, your suspicion would only increase. Now it's all over. Maida's disappointment is so great that he doesn't even have the energy to speak anymore. Let's find this. Voting time. Wait! Thank you, Tyra. Please save me. Something is wrong. Macaco-chan is being strange and everything is weird. Can't we think about it? Let's talk about it a little more. Bro, my guy's broken. Yo, I need help. Yo. Oh my god, bro. My truth bullets is broken. I'm Akane? Wait a minute. Something is wrong with this. It's not. Now that the compass came out first. You're not convinced, but Yuki Maida is the killer. No, I don't know. It's not. But what about the weapon? We don't even know what the weapon is. We hardly explained remotely controlled the bomb, but besides, even if it was a real bomb, it would have been difficult to find this at the explosion. If that's the case, then it's possible, even if you're not Maida-kun, even if it's the installation of the bomb, it's impossible to leave your private room wide open. The rest of us didn't even know the password. Above all else, Kurokawa herself admitted to being a culprit. Stop it, Akane. As you guys said. Maida set up a bomb on the 5th floor yesterday. This is the truth. Bro, I gotta save this man. Wait, Maida is not the killer. How long are you gonna stick for him? We were not the ones who give the answer. It's the evidence and the reasoning. The evidence is showing the answer. No, you guys said, didn't you? Maida was the one who installed the bomb and gave the final blow. But it's impossible for Maida to install anything. Yo, Thank you, bro. Tyra is coming through. If Maida did the install somehow, he must have done it the day before the incident, right? But yesterday, on the day before the incident, I was on the 5th floor from morning until night. I was searching every room as hard as I could. That's okay. That's okay. Hold on. Hold on. What did you say? Don't lie to us. No, it's not 100% reliable, but it's credible. I also saw Tyra on the 5th floor for a long time yesterday. She testified that even when the incident with Kinjo occurred, she came late to her private room by herself, and that she was on the 5th floor all day. However, no one came to the 5th floor until I came down after completing the investigation, and there was no sign of anything installed. Which means, no one, including Maida, did anything on the 5th floor the day before. Okay, so you're coming in clutch, bro. Save my guy. Save him. How can you guarantee that? You may have missed it, or you might have gone from one place for a while. Wrong. Of course, I know my research are poor, but I can distinguish to a degree when a person's chest has been messed up. Bro, Tyra is coming through. Akane is coming through. I admit it. It's my fault for acknowledging that you were desperately examining the 5th floor yesterday, knowing that you did. All day. It's a pity we can't prove it. But apart from this, I want to ask, why? Why are you covering for Yuki Maida so much, even though she already admitted that they're accomplices and he's a culprit? That's because I don't know. It's strange for Maida to be the culprit like this. It's because Maida is the culprit. Tyra, do you have sympathy? That guy threatened me and made me an accomplice. Shut your bitch ass up! Bro, you literally are trying to frame the shit out of me right now. Literally. I have been doing everything in my power to try to save you. Yes, I made a crash out on you once, but that's because you don't freaking speak. And now all of a sudden you wanna... Oh, but this man Maida is the one that did something to me. Shut your ass up! Getting me freaking tight. Maida, bro, Tyra's the GOAT, bro. She is the most clutch person in this game right now. She's been through trial and fucking error, and she is saving. Look at her. Look at this. This pose is tough. Tough. This might, man, I might make this my thumbnail. No fucking cap. Maida, calm down and answer me. You didn't do anything wrong, did you? Come on, bro. Wake up. Wake up. This is hope. This is Akane's hope speech coming through you, Yuki. Yuki Maida, keep your mind up. Calm down and look into my eyes. You didn't do anything wrong. Yes, we're bringing light back to his eyes. Let's go. Let's go. Bring him back to life. Akane. Yes, look at me in the eyes and tell me. You are not the culprit. Maida didn't do anything the day before the incident. But Kurokawa, are you the culprit? No! Just tell me that! Let's go! A culprit? I threatened Kurokawa and killed Kuzuragi? No. No! I didn't do anything. It's not me who's weird, it's Kurokawa. Thank you! Bro, when I am done with this... Yo, Tyra... Yo, Akane truly is the GOAT, bro. Bro, she is killing this shit right now, bro. She has went through so much trial and tribulations that it's not even funny, bro. She's went through more than anybody else can think of. With Trial 2, with getting freaking abused by Kinjo. She's been through it all, bro. I'm telling you, Ayame Death, man, nah, bro. She is literally coming through for us. And I am all for her, bro. I am with her. Let's get it. I'm not the culprit. Maida, let's get it. Let's get it. There's something weird. I swear I didn't do anything. It's not me who searches, it's Kurokawa. Let's go. What's going on? As Akane testified, I have no memory of installing anything on the 5th floor, nor threatening Kurokawa. But it's also true that Kurokawa said she was going to the 5th floor before breakfast this morning. Unless he was killed by some kind of remote method, at this point even Maida cannot commit the crime. That's right, Maida is not the culprit. On the contrary, Makako-kun, who suddenly gave us a strange testimony with such a frightening face, is very suspicious. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, we on your ass now. I think it's one of them must be lying. But who would that be? Akane, I'm sorry. Thanks to you, I woke up. It's all thanks to you. It's no big deal. No need. Man, look at that, bro. Look at that, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You can't tell me she's not goated. That's ugly, Mida. Do you even want to kill us and go outside too? What? Because of your useless behavior, the others took care of you and defended you. I hope you like that, but I'm not succumbing to your threats. I'll uncover the truth with everyone to execute you. What are you doing this with? Why are you doing this with Kako? Tyra, as you said, it looks like Mida didn't do anything the day before, but it was at nighttime that Mida placed the bomb on the 5th floor. What? Mida secretly installed the bomb at nighttime so he could only do the kill the day before the incident. It's a fact that I heard directly from Mida. It's all true. I carry out your reasoning, and the killer itself was done by Mida. Kurokara, you really... Yeah, she gonna lie to the end that this true Yuki is the culprit. Akane only camped on the 5th floor until nighttime. As Kurokara said in the end, Yuki really installed the bomb. Teruya, you gotta use your brain, my guy! No, we follow the nighttime rule. Nighttime rule. You know that talking about that is useless, right? We've been discussing nighttime at the class trial many times up until now, but without that corrosion, our big alibis are completely useless. Oh no, Mida. I desperately believe that Mida's not the culprit. I've used my head to the limit to defend him. But if we come all this way to this, Akane, it's not me. Give up, Mida. As long as I betrayed you as an accomplice, you can't escape no matter what you do. I fully acknowledge the crime. Hold on. Makako, aren't you a little weird? What? It's too aggressive. Obviously, as you said, you became a criminal. You must have been a victim of threats. Right now, the situation between you and Mida is on the contrary. Putting pressure on Mida to the point where you call him a villain? That's how my anger towards Mida turned up. What he did to me. I'll tell you that details after Mida's execution. I wonder who will be executed after a bit more time. What? Red-chan, what do you mean? Nakaku Kurokara testified a little while ago. During the day, it was impossible to set out the bomb because of Tyra, but it wasn't during the day, but at nighttime. That is a lie. What? Kurokara's side was lying? Wait, what she lied about? Mida, Tyra, and Atori, I must say, I feel pity for you guys. From the day I decided to form a cooperative relationship with you, I've been intimidating Kenjo's idea and monitoring you. Kenjo's idea? Oh, she put the thread on our doors to check. I put a thread on you every night to check your alibis during nighttime hours, just like he did during Hatano's class trial. Okay, let's go, Makaru. Yeah, you're caught. Then Mida. About Mida could go to the 5th floor at night. Yes, that's a lie. Yesterday at nighttime, Mida's room was still. He didn't come out his room at nighttime. Bro, you're gonna get what you deserve. No cap. You're gonna get what you deserve. I promise you. Don't you ever dare disrespect me again. I am Yuki the GOAT. There is no reason for you to even try me ever in your life like this. With some lie. If you spoke up next time, things would be better for you. But now we about to cook your ass. So what? Why are you lying if you're the accomplice? Or perhaps the premise of being an accomplice is wrong. You mean not an accomplice. An innocent person trying to escape by blaming me. They might be the real culprit. Damn! Damn! Seriously? Kurokara's the culprit? That's ridiculous. Teruya, at the beginning of the trial, you said that there would be none other than Kurokara. That at first I thought, jumping over the edge. Wait. Makako-chan. I'm not the culprit. The culprit is Mida. What a joke. If you'd rather stay still, and you testified that he moved that night, I heard it directly from Mida. But the work I did on the door proves that it was false. Mida didn't do anything. That's it. Mida also knew that the thread was actually attached. He also went out and restitched the thread. That's interesting. I put a thread at exactly 3.5 meters, positioned on those 3 visiting mills. So you're telling me he knew exactly that and reattached it at the same place, right? That's right. Mida calculated the exact height which the thread was attached and reattached it at 3.5 centimeters. It's a lie. It's a lie to say it's 3.5 centimeters, you fool. You fall into such a simple trap. Are you still lying? Yeah, you're caught, bruh. Kurokara, why? In order to drive me to be the culprit. Noisy! 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 I'm not the culprit. Why is this happening? I can't die here. Makako, you. Is this the Kurokawa Makako we knew? Yeah. No, I can't be the culprit. Stop, please. Stop asking me. Kurokawa, I'm not the killer. Time for me to cook your bitch ass rebuttal. I'm not the culprit. I can agree with a lot of things. Like it just seems way too obvious. But now all this lying you're doing made me think you use some type of method. I'm sorry. I'm not the culprit. I'm not the culprit. Time to. I'm about to roast her damn ass, boy. I don't give a damn. Die message. We about to cook her. Only one thing. I'm not the killer. I'm not the killer. You can keep saying that as many times as you want. You're cooked. Not the killer. You keep saying that as many times as you want. You're not the killer. I'm not gonna. Not the killer. Get gone. Fuck that. Yup. Get your ass gone. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of her ass. Sick of her ass. I'm so tired of this. Let's put her ass in the dang. Unfortunately, I have one more piece of evidence that says you are the culprit. No, stop it. It's a dying message with the letters of Makaku written in blood on the lab. This is proof that you're the culprit. That was a dying message? If there was such a thing, you should have told us sooner. I'm sorry, I only doubted, Mida. I couldn't tell, because no matter who you took a look at, Kurokawa was the only one who could have committed a crime because there's no such obvious evidence left behind that we thought she was the killer. She wasn't the killer. In that situation, the dying message pointed that Kurokawa gives a rather odd idea that she wasn't the culprit. Yeah, but now things have changed. Mida, who we thought was the culprit, it's actually completely impossible to commit the crime because Makako Kurokawa started to say gibberish. You're done. In some ways, she might even be more daring and smarter than other criminals because you left a lot of evidence that anyone could say it was you. So you'd rather escape the suspect line very clearly. It's a reinforced version of what Satsuki came out. At the same time, the trial started in the previous one. Isn't that too much of a guess? The only culprit in the world saying they're a culprit and leaving the evidence so openly. It's not a guess, it actually works. She left the suspect line and waited for a reasoning to reach its peak so that one innocent victim is pointed out in the end. If you reach this stage, you would self-proclaim to be an accomplice role who became a victim. They didn't let the person who was identified as the culprit to even gamble. But this was thanks to him. Mida, who did nothing wrong, became the culprit. My apologies, Mida. Okay, thank you, Makaru. Thank you for going back to your senses. No need to apologize. But it's really Kurokawa the murderer. Unbelievable. Actually, I thought it was too difficult to go back. Makako Kurokawa also had a good motive. A motive? Think about what the motive Monokuma came up with this time. Monokuma introduced the transfer student Kusuragi and said that he was the motive itself. And the reaction of Makako Kurokawa as soon as he saw the transfer student was unique. Watching that reaction had nothing to do with Kusuragi. It was Monokuma's reaction. You're fucking cooked. How about that? Now it's you who's cornered, Makako Kurokawa. I have a lot to ask you before you die, but so you better answer this to us. Wait, I can't die. If I die, I must not die here. You can't die. What do you mean by that? Don't worry about that. It's just the culprit's rambling. No, you can't do this, you guys. What's wrong? Not yet. There's a problem left to be solved. What? If I'm the culprit, how did I left my door open then? Besides, you don't even know the exact material the weapon was made of. This is annoying. Even if we don't know such trivial things, it's already certain that you are the culprit. No, I'm sorry, but that's what we said. Leaving the private room door wide open aside from other things. I can't die now. I can't die like this. If you can't solve that mystery, you can't admit I'm the culprit. Do we have to come all this way here and guess again? Assuming that Makako Kurokawa is the culprit, if we look back at the case, we might find something we missed. We better come up with a complete answer. I'll do my best with my brain going all out. Kurokawa. Then, now that the alibi problem has been resolved, the most urgent problem is the murder weapon. Nope, leave Leave it until there. Time's up. It's time to vote. That was so fucking sudden. What? We're literally out of time. It seems that the discussion was not over, but unfortunately, this class trial is over. What is this? Are you kidding me now? This has never happened before. I'm not kidding. Are you? Either way, time's over. Class trial is over. We're closed. Ding ding ding. No. Wait, something's wrong here. I can't admit this. This is not true. I do think that's a little strange, but I can't lie, Kurokawa. If you never said those things, you wouldn't be in this position. I'll take that. Wait, I only died once. Okay, whatever. You know what? All the things I have left over, I'm chilling. It's fine. I'm not gonna stress about it. Well, anyway, time's over. It's time over. It's your own fault for sticking around for so long. Anyway, did you get the results? It can't do much, so please vote with the switch in front of you based on what you did do so far. Oh yeah, I'm stressed once again. Invalid votes are immediate punishment. I can't tolerate it. Understand? Pooh. Then, as a result, who became the blackened? And the answer, will it be the right answer or the wrong answer? Now, what's it going to be? Damn. Trial ending abruptly like that is so suspicious, but I'm sorry, Makurakar. We got to wrap your ass up. And yup. Don't you ever in your fucking life ever get at me again. Don't you ever dare in your life. Ah, good. The vote ended unanimously. The blackened chosen was the correct answer, Makako Kurokara. She was a blackened who killed the victim, Yamatsu Kizuragi. We're all in fucking shock, but correct answer. The culprit who killed Kizuragi was Kurokara. Of course, we had to come to that conclusion, but what is this indescribable feeling? No, it shouldn't be like this. Something like this should never have happened. Now, shall we go straight away with the punishment, Tom? Wait a minute. Aren't you in a hurry? At least give us a little more time to talk. No. Ugh. Now then, I prepared this special punishment for Mikako, the ultimate exorcist. What, as Midas said, you're in too much of a hurry. Didn't you give us more time like previous trials? Oh, did I? I didn't know. As far as I'm concerned, the culprit has been determined, so I'm just trying to execute them. Well, there's something I don't understand. What's with the timeout? Can we send away Kurokawa like this? Kurokawa killed Kizuragi. Perhaps this is true, because Monokuma admitted that it was the correct answer. However, something is strange. After the character Yamato Kizuragi appeared, something has obviously been twisted in this murder. Class Shaw, Monokuma, Kurokawa. Everything is twisted like a toothed dog, cog. And this is the way it ends. If we let Kurokawa go without saying anything. Wait a minute. Huh? Hey, Macaco Kurokawa, calm down and answer. What is your identity? Tell us what you only know. Rei-chan. For this moment, I don't give a damn if you're a murderer or anything. You obviously know something. You've been avoiding us all along, saying that you can't tell us, but are you really satisfied with that? Would you really be satisfied if you died doing nothing like this? When you drove Mida like a rapid-fire gun, you had guts. I mean, say it like that time. Don't you guys like that too? If this woman dies like this, we might miss the chance to know the truth for the rest of our lives. Makaru. Without knowing anything in my life, I don't even know why we have to do this. We're going to stay here forever. I hate that. Kurokawa, I ask you from me as well. Please, if you know something, can you please tell us? Makako-chan. I'm afraid it's no use anyway, because Miss Kurokawa can't say anything. What? I mean, literally. So don't exhaust yourself and let's get to the punishment quickly now. Wait. Makako. No, Makako. We all know things have gotten weird, including you since we left the ballroom. Whether you knew it, whether you commit the murder, and even if you're the mastermind, hope was handed to you by Satsuki. That's why, if you believe in hope, please tell me. I'm begging you like this, please. Oh boy, what the people say? Can't you understand the bear? It's no use. I She's bleeding the fuck out of her mouth. Makako. Whoa, no matter. Just give up and take the penalty already. No. I want to say. Makako? Oh, wait a minute. I want to tell you everything I know, but I couldn't. I wanted to tell you all, but it's all too much. But now I'm going to go beyond life and death to pass it to you, on to you guys. I'll tell you, no matter what happens to me, if it ends like this, if I die without telling anything, then I won't be able to face Yamato. Go. Makako, you. Miss Kurokara, that's really dangerous. If you're willing to die, then I won't be able to punish you. Can't say the details, but you said I could die here, right? Thanks to Yuki and everyone. Listen, this is a trap of the mastermind. I believe in you guys. It wasn't a long time, but you guys became my friends. Believe in yourself. God believes in the hope of you have in yourself. Hope. Hope never falls to despair. Fuck! Why she have to give me that smile before she goes? Now I fucking feel bad. It's just a moment. Makako, who didn't speak softly, was slowly as usual, but suddenly changed and didn't appear to be like she was when she accused me of being a culprit. As if it was a reaction to a limited release, I heard a sound splat coming from her head. Damn. She literally fell apart. Oh my god, bruh. Makaru, I have to tell you about it. The mastermind has been with us in all our events. That's the key. And she's dead. Fuck! This sucks. Makako? This girl has died. What? Makako is dead? I knew, since Kurokara was the culprit who killed Kisaragi, the execution was definitive, and we knew she was going to die soon. But before the execution, the more she spoke, the more she collapsed, and then she dies? What kind of shit is that where you speak, you die? What? This is so defeating, bro. It was clearly strange for anyone to see. At the beginning, this case itself, the class trial itself felt very strange, but more importantly, in the end, I couldn't hear anything from Kurokara and she left us. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo-hoo. You really are a stupid woman. You cut off your own lifeline. At one time, I really wanted to know what was going on, but she ended up stopping at the final part. I feel sorry for you guys. Well, to be honest, even if she does say it, it doesn't concern me much to me. This woman, Makako said at the end, the mastermind is in our group. Makako, as expected. No, maybe not. She may have not known. She may have known a lot more than us. Monokuma, who the hell was Kurokara? The Kisaragi Foundation. What the hell is the truth? There's no way Monokuma can tell you that. And what's more certain now is, in the end, Kisaragi and Kurokara, who may have had the key to a situation in the end, it means that they left without hearing anything. Then, Kurokara's identity, the identity of the mastermind, the identity of Kisaragi Foundation has not been fully uncovered, even the truth behind this murder. We only face the consequences of the empty shell. Damn it. I'm so scared because she said the person that's been with us has been with us in every scenario. And every time I think of the dreams of Yuki, I'm like, damn, this might end up being Yuki, bruh. And that shit is gonna kill me if it is, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If I've been doing all this shit, bro, and just been the cog and all this, that's crazy. But it feels like I'm the only fucking one, bro. Because Taria's just too stupid. Makaru's just too well planned out. Akane has been through her fair share of like nonsense. And Kinjo just had a whole bullet shot in his head. So it literally feels like, damn, they're gonna reveal that I'm the mastermind, bruh. Like from just all the context clues of my fucking dreams on how devious I am. Damn, we remain unconvinced. Process disappeared, only results remained. Anyway, I gave a short break. Well, shall we start now? My heart is pounding loudly. Any loudly. Punishment time. Huh? What? What's wrong? It's punishment time. What does that mean? Kurokar is already dead. What does that matter? Whether you live or die, you have to distribute the orders and you should be punished. Punishment is not just a punishment. It's called an explain. Example. Can't you stop? You will blaspheme even the dead? No, this is a rule. You guys have seen Miss Kurokara's atrocities, didn't you? She was a villain who tried to survive by overturning the sins of the innocent and good boy Maruko, that wicked woman. I know. I know that Kurokara was the culprit and she even yelled at me harshly, but something is strange about this class trial, and Monokuma's words and actions are strange. Kurokara said that at the end that this was a trap by the mastermind. As Maida said, this case is very strange. Monokuma, in our eyes, it looks like you are anxious to kill Makako. Huh? And when he introduced Kisaragi, Makako collapsed bleeding. Monokuma didn't even try to help. You don't mean all this was conspiracy? Huh? Well, whatever the case, Miss Kurokara killed Kisaragi and became the Blacken. It's my job as a headmaster to punish the Blacken. Therefore, the Blacken disrupted the order. I have prepared a very special punishment for the ultimate exorcist Makako Kurokara. Wait, Monokuma, stop talking. Now then, let's give it everything we got. They're already dead in a corpse state. They're not in the best shape, but Monokuma, answer the questions. Let's go hard anyway. Punishment time! Monokuma! Just depression. Depression. I was so sick of Makako, and after she said that, now I feel bad. Bro, what are we doing to her in her dead state, bro? This is the worst Monokuma ever, bro. What is he about to drive her through? What is he about to do? Runaway train. Ghost Rider. Ultimate Exorcist Punishment. Wow. What the hell? They're gonna collide into each other? Bro. Oh, and there's a bomb attached too. So they're gonna collide into each other and then the shit's gonna explode. Bro, I'm so defeated. Damn! He's driving like Speedy Gonzalez. 3, 2. How did this shit just stop? What? Huh? What? Power outage? Wait, I can't see anything. What's happening to my Makako-chan? Hey, Monokuma, what happened? Hey, don't pretend you can't hear me. Answer. Who just shut out the fucking power? A car? What is this? He just stopped. What? By the way, didn't something like this happen during the class trial not too long ago? Makako said that if Monokuma stop operating, all facilities will stop too. But there wasn't a power outage back then, was it? What in the world happened? In the end, there's something strange about this case. Just like this blackout right now, I don't think this is normal. Just what the hell is happening? Kizuragi appears. And it's Kurokawa's murder case. Power failure. Monokuma stops. I don't know what's going on, but it's definitively strange. Everything seems a back and forth contradiction. Monokuma doesn't seem to wake up. What should we do? You guys. Let's go! Kenjo! Let's go! I just arrived. It's already too late. Kenjo! How did you... What the hell are you... How can you move? Kenjo! We'll talk more later. We can't afford that now. Yuki, Mikaru, Tariya, and you. You? Is what you're saying after waking up, putting on a suicide show like that? Do you have anything else to say? Mikaru, where's Kizuragi and Kurokawa? Huh? Suddenly, what? Wait, Kizuragi's portrait is there. Is that so? They're both dead? Kenjo, what happened? What the hell happened? How did you wake up? What's the situation now? As I just said, we'll do that later. To put things very simply, I remember everything. He got his memories back. Let's go! I came here to save you guys. You remember? You don't mean. You're pretty well alive, but it seems it's over yet to turn things around. I'll protect you from this hideous mastermind. Oh no! No! Why did Kenjo just grab me, Teruya, and say it ain't fucking so? Say it ain't so. What are you doing putting us here? You guys are being deceived. We have to get away from that girl right now. Holy plot twist. Huh? Kenjo, what's wrong? That girl is... It's that girl. The one who kept the 15 of us in prison. Made us stay here. The criminal who made this murder game. The mastermind of everything. Uh, what are you talking about, Kenjo? Don't call my name with that dirty mouth. Kane, is the mastermind behind everything? Wait a minute, Kenjo, are you misunderstanding something? Yuki's right. There's no way Akane could be the mastermind. No, it's you, not me, who has misunderstood. Well, it's not understandable, unreasonable after all. You did that to us. That's why I'll definitely protect you guys from this hideous criminal. Bro, I cannot believe this right now. Bro, I'm sorry. I am in such... No, this is despair beyond belief. What the... Bro, I thought it was fucking Yuki. It's Akane? Kenjo, why are you doing this? Is this because of me stabbing Kazuna? If that's the case, there's something I can do to argue with you, but still to call me a mastermind. Kizuna, that's pretty cute compared to what you did. Kenjo, what are you saying? I have no idea what Kenjo's been saying. Why are you doing this to me? Are you going to keep going? Fine then. But you can't still. But can you still do that after hearing this? Ultimate despair? Ultimate despair? Akane? Oh. Ah! It was a cry like a beast. After panicking and denying Kinjo for a while, she suddenly began to grab her head, screaming like something out of this world. Her screams were growing louder. More, more. It was a terrifying scream. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Despair has changed. It's refreshing. I feel like something that has been blocked was just opened. There's no problem with my memory, just as that person said. I think it was very successful. It must have been hellish days to breathe without thinking of that person. I'm really sorry, Akane Tara. Oh my fucking god. She was the last person in this entire game that I expected to be this. Literally. Huh? You... Who are you? Oh, my? Who am I? This is Akane Tara. Whoopsies, is this our first time meeting? Then I should give you a formal greeting. The ultimate maid... No, wait, that's a mistake. This is the ultimate despair. Holy shit, she is absolutely... She... Hair down. Ominous... Yo, this is nuts. This is the ultimate despair, Kanekara. Please take good care of me, Maida, Kinjo, Makaru, and Otori. Holy shit. Wait a minute. Am I the only one who can't keep... bro, I can't keep up with this tutorial. I'm actually like... This shit about to make me go on a whole nother... I'm about to go on a month break or something. Bro, I don't even know what to think right now. Situation? Kane Tara... Kane, the mastermind? We didn't know each other than just yesterday, but this morning we were together for a very short time, but I could tell. I know that Maida is a good pusher. Only from Maida. I didn't want to hear that from Maida. Bro, she went through so much trial. Bro, she had so much development that I'm thinking to myself, nah, there has to be something else that's going to happen to someone else. Because she's been through it all. And she's the... Oh my god! Actually, I want to apologize sooner. I'm sorry. The reason I asked you to dance is because I thought we could be able to talk like this. I'm really sorry. Maida, keep your mind up. Calm down and look into my eyes. You didn't do anything. She played us like a fucking fool. That Akane was the mastermind of everything. Looks like the power has returned. It's the spare power turned on? I'm gonna die. Hey, suddenly the bear house was thrown down. I don't like this facility at all. Monokuma? Monokuma, it's been a long time. Monokuma, it's been a long time. What's that sound? Miss Tara, surely not. You have returned. I sure did. You've been through a lot. What is this situation? This isn't a dream, is it? It's not a dream, and Monokuma is moving separately on the subject of the mastermind. You have revealed your true colors. This time I'll definitely protect everyone. Oh my, Kinjo. Now, isn't that the time? Now isn't the time to say that. Since I woke up, the skill of cool life is no more. Asking Monokuma to dispose of each one of you is a breeze. Dispose? It's what I like to say, but that wouldn't be much fun, would it? Besides, I still have an appointment with a certain person. So, I'll give you a chance to stay in the final stage. Oh, one. My God, she's diabolical. Look at her. Bro, she is evil as shit. A wonderful stage to decorate the finale. Yeah. The situation in front of their eyes is incomprehensible, unfolding at the speed of light. I just stood idle by Akane, looking at the person who was Akane Tara. I have become frozen. This video's over. That is a plot twist. That is plot twist of the year. I think I'm gonna need a breather. I'm gonna need a breather. I actually no. I'm so defeated, bro. I might as well replace that. I can't even look at that like that face no more. No, I'm replacing it. That's no. I can't. That's just oh my goodness, bro. That is traumatizing. I cannot believe this whole time I'm thinking, man, Yuki's doing this, Yuki's that, Yuki is going. No, this man was just being, just having nightmarish dreams. Maybe he has a, like, a devilish self in him, but like, he probably had those thoughts because he was just going through it in this entire thing. But fucking Akane was doing this shit the entire time, and I thought she had peaked after. I'm done. Yeah, this video's over. If you like the video, I hope to see you in the next one. I I can't no more. I can't. I'm done. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm done.